At least that's updating. I would love for this to start working. There we go. Now it's starting. So if anyone can hear me, I don't know how this is working yet. It says it's starting. I always forget how that works. One of these days it'll decide to go, and I'm totally live. So hello everybody. My incessant rambling to start off here. So today I'm going to do a Summoner's War video at lunch. The reason I want to do it especially, besides the fact that I love the stupid game, is that this Saturday is Removal Day, finally. And it's been a long time, because they've put out raids and stuff right after the last Removal Day, which just sucks. So I've been thinking about what to really kind of do for certain people. I don't think a lot of people can be used in raids, like, sadly, all these, well, up to Theomars. Theomars can. But I'm going to rerun a lot of monsters, and just kind of want to go over ones I think would be really useful and good in raids, and how you'd run them if you're going for raids. So, my first one I'm going to stop off at will be Colleen, because I'm going to be rerunning her for sure. She's amazing for raids. She's great in every single way. She has a nice attack power debuff in skill 1, unrecoverable skill 2, and a nice big heal with attack power buff on skill 3 on a really short cooldown. So with her, right now I have her Violent Will just because I had some really good runes. What I'm going to rune her, if I can figure out how to set this up, is I'm going to put Revenge on her, because you want her skill 1 to go off as much as possible, because this is without a doubt the most important debuff, and it's right on her skill 1 on an 80% chance. That attacks twice, so it's pretty much going to land every time. So yeah, I'm thinking Violent Revenge with speed, hit point, and then I like this rune. I like the transmog on it, by the way. It's just a really perfect rune for everybody. But yeah, unfortunately, these runes gotta go. This one isn't that great for her anyway. It has 18 attack, so she's not really that great with that. But yeah, Revenge will get her to do her skill 1 more often. Speed, hit point, simple as that. So I'm just gonna go in collection and kind of go through who I think might be good. You know, I'm gonna kind of skip over a few. If anyone shows up and has any questions, just feel free to ask, and I'll gladly go over them. Unfortunately, most of these are not really that good for the stupid thing. Honestly, I think he might not be bad, depending... Probably not. I don't know. I was thinking Werewolf might not be bad, at least that one, but, he's gonna get Oblivion, and that's gonna kind of kill his passive. Boy, there's really not much... She might actually not be terrible, because she has a cleanse heal thing. Defense break, still probably not. Let's see, just kind of going through the list here, kind of thinking who might be good. He, I believe, can actually be a really good tank for this. He has really high defense. He has an attack speed debuff whenever he gets hit, so that's kind of a great thing as well. And he can't be really hit with a crit. So this does more damage as he gets lower, and it scales in defense, which is great because you need defense. And this has a chance to defense break as well. So he's a pretty good defense breaking tank, perfectly honestly. To be perfectly honest. There we go. Words are hard. So yeah, I think Fire Lizardman might actually not be terrible for this. I think he's actually pretty good for this. Has 2 debuffs by himself and a tank. So, serves 3 purposes there. No, what am I even doing? No. Probably not. I think, yeah, attack speed debuff. But yeah, nothing else there. I honestly think Sharky Dude here would be a nice debuffer, especially for like levels 1 and 2. He buffs his own attack crit on skill 1, but he has an attack power, attack speed debuff on skill 2, and defense break on skill 3, both with fairly reliable chances. Not the best, but, you know, has a leader skill for fire if you don't have anything else either. Fire Mummy, I'm actually going to do a raid with him, just to level 1, because I don't have him fully set up yet. But I am very tempted to 6-star this guy. He only has one usable debuff. But the reason I kind of want to use him is because of his passive. It does damage back depending on how much damage he takes. So I think he's actually really good. And I'm kind of debating on a few choices here for my next 6-star, which I'm going to do this Saturday. So yeah, after that, she was bad. She's good if you need, because she has an AoE heal. Needs to be skilled up, and it'll help people who are more hurt. So, you know, if you have a guy with 30,000 hit points who only takes 10,000, and then a guy with 10,000 who needs, you know, a lot, they can get up to 50% and then, you know, recover 20% back too. A heal on this one, and unfortunately, continuous damage on skill 1 when it crits, so that doesn't matter. Beretta is really not good. Okay leader skill, but that's about all he's got. Attack bar reduction. Freya is kind of just... No, I'm not even going to bother. I don't know what I was thinking. She's actually not bad now either. Skill 1 won't work, but she transfers the debuffs back on skill 2, up to 2 debuffs, so she'll transfer, hopefully, attack speed and attack break back on the boss. And unrecoverable on skill 3. Still not great though, honestly. Arnold's actually really good for this. Self-heals, tanky, lots of hit points, attack power debuff and skill, and an unrecoverable skill 1. So Arnold's actually really good. You know, if you have him, you know, you've placed him in the side on the storage for a while, whatever, you can break him back out. Antares, no, just don't bother. Ironically, he's still the worst of the liches. Even the freaking water lich is better, which I'll go over. June, no. No. Draco, no. Has no use, really. Gibraltar, no. Huaki, as I mentioned, I think is one of the best around. I would totally do her... I'm going to rephrase that. I would put runes on her that would probably be Violent Blade, potentially. Because she does a lot of damage with this one. This is a heal in proportion to her attack power and a glancing hit on skill 1. Fantastic monster for raids. Covers a healer, covers damage, covers glancing. And that's really what you want, so she's great. As I said, Violent Blade probably on her. Thing is, I think Violent's really important on a lot of these things. You know, not that it's not everywhere else in the world too. Surtur, no, just no. Has no debuffs. Karak, no debuffs really. 1 turn defense break is all he's got. Platy, no, single target. Doesn't help. Aster, just... I mean, she'll do more damage all the time, but it's just, no. Lexi, she'd be good if she didn't cut healing in half on... For her, it's just not good. Trevor's probably good because he doesn't need anything. He takes less damage as he gets hurt. But it's kind of tough with Oblivion, so... Lisa, absolutely, I would use her. Violent Energy, maybe? Oh, Violent Revenge, definitely. I just remembered she had glancing skill 1. So Violent Revenge, absolutely. I'm going to assume this is a no. I don't know. Actually, you know, they're not bad. You know, honestly, I know people hate this guy because his buff is really stupid as it is right now. But, potentially it could be okay-ish. He heals himself. He's actually really tanky. So, you know, and it has hit point disturb on skill 1. Not the worst thing in the world, honestly. You know, he might have his uses. For him, I'd say a mix of guard and energy, perhaps. Maybe like, I don't even know. But I would think defense, hit point, something along those lines. Whatever you use. I skipped over the Fire Horus. And you know why? Because he sucks. Now, actually, he has good buffs. It's not going to stun anything. You know, I almost wonder if he could be a tank for this. Because he has attack bar decrease in skill 1. A nice buff on skill 2. No, who am I kidding? This guy, violent, speed, attack. Get some hit points on him, but I mean, he's just amazing. Maybe make sure you have like 30-40% accuracy at least, just to make sure all these land, because he's so good. Speed debuff, yeah. Smokey's fantastic. See, I was thinking about using Vanessa myself, because her stats are really tanky, but all she brings is a defense break and a revive. You don't want to have to use revive. This is never going to proc because, yeah. So, I mean, defense break, damage proportionate, so she might not be terrible, but I think she'd be better off just not being in there. Okay. So kind of just going to stop because, I mean, for the most part, a lot of people are going to be on violent everything. But yeah, I was just trying to think of, monsters that I have that might be good that I was thinking for raids. Vigor, I think, is actually really good. He comes with a 3-turn defense break, a heal, an attack speed buff, and hit point recovery disturb on skill 1. So that's fairly reliable. So I might actually rune him up and play around with him, because he comes with 2 debuffs, a heal. It kind of covers all the bases. Not as good as Ashir. Well, actually, he might be better because the boss doesn't get beneficial effects. So Vigor might be better than Ashir at the moment. I was thinking for Orion, a lot of people, well, I've seen a few people use him. He has a defense leader. He comes with 2 debuffs and an attack bar buff for your team. So it's really not terrible, but doesn't bring any damage. Brings a defense break and more defense break. Sharon over here is another one I was very tempted to 6-star because of the fact that she brings an attack break on skill 1. She does more damage depending on how many debuffs, so she's going to hit really hard with this skill. A speed debuff on skill 2, and the third one, it just does a ton of damage, honestly. So she was a thought of mine too. I would obviously not really rune her this way if I could help it, but I just threw leftover runes on there because I was playing around. There you go. No. So, Sonora, the Fire Mummy. Currently, I have 21,000 hit points. Defense is a little bit low, but he actually takes less damage by default, too. 122 speed, that needs to be a little bit higher, too. But I almost have this maxed. I'm 1 away from maxing it. And I actually have 2 mummies. I'm going to eat the water one, because he's not good for this. And hopefully get that. That'll be a 3-turn cooldown for a 2-turn hit point disturb. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking on him. I'm debating on runes for him, because he definitely needs more defense, but actually, that'll be probably close to 600 at 6-star, so, maybe make him hit point, defense hit point or something, but right now, yeah, I just have all hit points on him, so. And you need some resist, so you resist Oblivion, which I currently have 56, which is 97 when I have Tessarian Leader. Copper can tank as well. I mean, he just has good base defense, but he only has defense break. I'd rather bring this guy, if that's the case, because he'll get extra turns. But at least Copper attacks every time, so I don't know. Ardella was another one I was looking at, because, this is going to scale ridiculously as she gets hit, I believe. So I was thinking about her. I was thinking about Argon. Because Argon, this scales on debuffs, so this will do 125% if he has all 5 debuffs up on a really short cooldown. And he also brings 2 debuffs of his own and can heal himself a little bit. So I was really thinking about him. I think his hit points go up a bit, but I still don't think he's tanky enough. Mav. I'm working on a Mav. I don't want to work on a Mav, but I'm working on a Mav. And there's, of course, Jubel. He's actually really good for everything, so I was tempted to do him as well, but he doesn't come with the passive that... But, I mean, I technically could use Diaz and Jubel, and both my front tanks would have a 50% chance. He doesn't have slash rocks though, which kind of sucks. So he won't do the attack break. So I don't know. I was also thinking of Lanet, because she would come with an additional leader skill for myself. She has an AoE heal, and she comes with a hit point disturb. So I was thinking about her as well. Yeah. It's just kind of thoughts, rambling, you know, the usual. I'm going to do a raid level 1. Just to show you. I hate doing level 1, but I'm going to make a party. So that way I can't get kicked out for using a freaking fire mummy. We're going to get rid of Hua. We're going to keep Bella. Actually, we're going to put Bella up here. We're going to move you back. We're going to move all those back, and then we're going to use a... Just because I can. Where is Mr. Fire Mummy? I did it before they left. Okay. So here we go. And yeah, this was just my first test, you know. I know it's level 1. It really has, like, no requirements to beat it. But, you know, it's the only way to really learn how you're doing is to do it on here, so. And the best way to test it is to actually just test it. You know, I don't have the best runes I could have on him either. But, I mean, this is kind of cool, so watch. Reflected, reflected, reflected. He just did 1,000 damage doing nothing. Unrecoverable. And I'm in first place. Now I'm not. Go Diaz. Holy crap, he is dying fast. And he's already going up. And the cool thing is the reflect does work on this attack as well. As you can see, all those lovely reflect numbers. What is also cool is, as you'll see here in a second, I think. God. I don't know why that guy left the party. But it reflects, and he actually gets Diaz's passive as well. So he actually takes the least damage out of anybody. With Diaz's passive, he only takes, I believe, like 76% damage, I believe. So, I mean, as you see, he's taken no damage so far. And again, just huge reflect numbers there. Definitely a nice little buff there. Again, level 1, but I mean, there's really no point in not getting some free damage, you know, from a tank. Because Diaz, he really does no damage unless he uses his, I forget what it's even called, but, his second skill. Where are you, buddy? There you are. Check and destroy. There we go. So yeah, he does fine. This guy is actually using a Kaz, and a Katarina, and a Chloe? That is bizarre. And he put a lot of people up front, apparently, so he's pretty much... Guys, are you seriously dying on Raid 1? They totally died on Raid 1. Dear God. Okay, so if my mummy lived, which he did... Recoverable, good job, Colleen. There's glancing, fantastic. I think Mummy died. Damn, he did. But, yeah, so, I mean, that's just my thought. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat this. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, nonetheless. I mean, I have unrecoverable. No, I don't. I'll actually have a while before I need it, though. Wow, I just don't believe these freaking guys. You see, I don't believe the thing about him doing, splitting damage between the tanks. I mean, I only have one tank in the front row right now, and as you see, I mean, I took, like, no damage from that. There we go. Go Colleen. God, I wish there was a fast forward button when this happens, though. Because, I mean, the stupid dragon head takes forever when he does that. Oh my god. There we go, there's a nice attack buff. Good job, Colleen. 10,000 damage. Unfortunately, Unrecoverable's gone, and Colleen, Jasoon decided to buff. Oh, sweet Jesus. I got 2 attacks left. Oh, go Colleen, you're my hero. Just in time for that. Unfortunately, everybody got stunned. Oh, sweet Jesus. This just takes forever. I mean, I don't know why they don't speed up that head attacking thing. Oh god, Bella. Go Theomars. Go Colleen. Go somebody. Do something. There's the attack break. Diaz just can't die. Because if Diaz dies, I'm dead. He's just going to tear through my back line. So at first I really wasn't worried about this, but now I'm very, very curious to see what happens. Ah, I healed up. I mean, if nothing else, this just shows I can sit here and tank this all day by myself. Go Bella, way to be arena defense style. If I went with resist leader, this might have been better too. There goes Bella, being Bella again. Oh my god. Awesome. Go Colleen, you're my hero. Look at Diaz frontline tanking for days. Just curious. Oh, Theomars, you're my hero. Well, apparently I can solo the last 25% of raid level 1. I think I did a little bit of the damage there. And of course he actually gets a... Well, actually it's not a great gem, but still. Whatever. So yeah, that's something I learned today. I can do that. But yeah, so Fire Mummy, as you can see, that's why I think he's interesting. You know, again, I have throwaway runes on him right now. Another one I was thinking about is potentially Triton, because he has high defense, high hit points, good speed, accuracy built in, so he's gonna do stuff. I don't have this fully skilled though, unfortunately. I could technically try. I do have like 5 Devilmon hanging out, and Triton also does have 33% defense leader, which is actually a really good one for the boss, so I don't know. But okay, that's pretty much my thoughts. If you have any questions on runes or anything, or any monsters you have questions on, just feel free to leave them in the comments. I will get back to you within the same day usually, you know, unless I'm sleeping or something. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.